Okay, I'm a little confused. So Frank is the brains and you're just the looks now?
And I'm still the wild card,
no.
so that's good.
No. Guys, we're forsaking the group dynamic, okay? And truthfully, Charlie, come on. I mean, nobody wants a wild card, okay? It doesn't make any sense. We don't want a maniac in our group, but there's no benefit to it. I feel like you just agreed with me, but you weren't listening to what I was saying.
Yes.
Oh, Lee.
Football.
Can't escape this bullshit.
ESPN, the global leader in sports.
Welcome to the Pop Fantasy Football Week 13 recap, brought to you by PanelsOnPages.com. I'm Jason Nyes, representing the 7-6 Do It Brady Mouth Kiss Me. Joining me this week, representing the 9-4 Brooklyn Dark Knights, Pop Fantasy Football Commissioner Tito Cruz.
It's the last week of the regular season. Does anybody want to trade for Antonio Brown?
representing the 5-8 Tell 'em Kelly Eats Band-Aids, Pop Fantasy Football Kerouac Commissioner Dan Mahoney. On mute. Or kicked off the call, who knows?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He was muted.
I got my win over Jose and my season is complete.
And finally...
Yeah, you didn't get your win over.
I got my win.
No, you got the L. The W is on your
There's a
side.
Nice big W over there.
And finally...
We're 1-1 this season. No.
Can we do the intros, Jose?
And finally, representing the 7-6, cammed if you do, cammed if you don't, the 2019 Pop Fantasy Football Champion, Jose Guzman.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep it spicy at the end of the season, so I threw this one.
Yeah, that's fine. 1-1 is fine because the tiebreaker is whoever won most recent. So I win the season, and I'll see you next year.
Is it really?
No, we just tied. That's it. There's no tiebreaker.
No, the tiebreaker is whoever won the most recent game, and that was me. So I'm the winner of the Jose Mahoney sweepstakes.
Tito, is this true?
Mahoney's just making shit up as he goes along.
Get out of here. No, we finished tied this season.
Yeah, and then I got the tiebreaker, which is most recent.
Incorrect.
Well,
I can't believe my team shit the bed that hard.
And it's so funny because 13's your lucky number.
Not anymore. I took it.
Well,
you didn't take shit. Anybody would have beat me. I put up fucking 10 points. Anybody would have beat me.
Well, week 13.
I stopped watching football that day. I just found something else to do. I just stopped watching football. It was so depressing.
Jose just went for a walk. He's like, I'm going outside in the nature.
I said, you know what? Today's the day I think I'm going to start reading again.
Hey, no names. You ever just looked at birds? They're great.
Yeah, Jose did pick up an entirely new hobby this past week, so.
I was like, fuck football.
Yeah.
I make models now. Fuck. So, week 13 was the lucky number for some teams leading up to the playoffs, while others took a nice stroll under a ladder while stepping on a crack and sucking a black cat's little wiener.
Oh, wow.
That is descriptive.
We're headed into the final week of the regular season. And
you can't say something like that till after 10.
And hey, it's after the intro, man. And I said wiener. Originally, it said dick in my notes, so I thought I softened it a little bit.
You said it anyway.
All right, well, at least you didn't say dick.
Yeah, but I didn't say dick in context. That dick was completely out of context.
That was just a loose random dick.
All right, so you can leave that dick in.
So headed into the final week of the regular season, we have 6 teams with a chance at the final 2 playoff spots. Meanwhile, the losers bracket is a lock, and 4 teams are one step closer to the Kerouac. Enough from the ghost of Pop Fantasy Football future, however. So let's send it over to the ghost of Pop Fantasy Football past, Dan Mahoney, with the Week 13 scoreboard.
Dun-dun-dun.
All right. So the bottom 4 of the losers bracket is a lock. I, of course, am in it. Started the season 0-6. Ended the season. So far, I'm 5-8. We'll see if I'm 5-9 or 6-8. We'll find out next week after I beat Juan. But this most recent week, most recent week, I had Jose. Jose,
Oof.
7-6 now after my 114.5 to 56 thrashing.
It was not pretty, man.
Jose,
I don't know
more than needing to win, Jose needed the points.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only did I lose, like Juan's back in first place, not by much. He didn't get me by much, but he's got me now.
Juan is nowhere near first place in any aspect of anything, so I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
only first place if you flip the standings upside down. Then he's in first place.
No, first place of what?
Oh no, I meant Ted.
Oh, okay.
I meant Ted. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You started a rookie quarterback against Bill Belichick. That's what happened.
I had to start Herbert for the rest of the year. I announced that fucking weeks ago. Yeah, but
Well,
even
this was a
outside
bad
of Herbert,
week to stick to that plan.
yeah, but
You should've streamed
Kareem
somebody.
Hunt is still stinking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've gone straight Chubb. The Browns have a Chubb.
Oh, they got a hard Chubb.
45-0, the Patriots beat the Chargers.
Yeah, even if they were beating them, I still expected some junk time.
Right.
Fourth
Right.
quarter, just swinging it. And
When you see that big of a score, the quarterback will throw the ball 50 times, so he'll rack up like a bunch of garbage yards
Sure.
and stuff like that. He got nothing.
Yeah.
they
The
shut down
problem is,
Eckler too.
the problem is, I think Belichick gets his kicks on embarrassing rookie quarterbacks.
Well,
He has
I
a
mean,
boner
He's
for that.
not going to let the rookie quarterback
No.
have a fourth quarter where he's like,
Uh-uh.
I'll just throw a bunch
Dude,
of passes
slinging
or whatever.
anything.
He's
Mahomes.
he
like,
has a
we're
boner
going to
for
spend
that.
the game in the dirt.
He's like, let's see if I can break another one and ruin their career.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Or you
said,
pass the Belichick.
They said during that game, or it was in the Chris Berman highlights, that it was like Belichick's record against rookie quarterbacks is like 50-8.
Yeah. If you're one of those 8, you must feel real great about yourself.
And
They're probably like random dudes too that nobody's ever heard of.
And how did you know, Mahoney? How did you know?
How did I know? Because I'm from New England. I've lived here my whole life. I don't know much about football, but I know that if you're a rookie quarterback and you're coming to play Bill Belichick, you're in for a bad day. And there's even a moment last week on this show, where we were talking about this, the games that have already been played now, and I was looking at Jose's and I was like, you're gonna start 2 Charger, and then I was like, nope, don't talk about it, don't say anything about
Yeah,
it.
but Mike
Don't
Williams
say
was never
anything.
staying. Mike Williams was
fine.
never staying.
It's fine, you should have sat all of them.
I mean,
So
yeah,
anyways-
I would have only have lost 4 points if I didn't play with a quarterback.
Yeah, this was the highlight of my season, so thank you, Jose.
You're welcome. Well, I'm doing what I can before I break everyone else's heart and
Yeah.
keep this belt.
I gotta
Win
have
or lose,
something.
motherfuckers.
What?
Okay, Trump.
That's not how keeping the belt works. Jose. If you lose, you don't get to keep it.
Okay, I'm changing it. You want the belt? Come get it. I'm not taking it to nobody. Come get it.
Perfect. All right. So then we have, who is this? We're going down swinging. Okay, this is Tad. We got Tad and Vetter. Because when you change your name, it changes your name for the last week too. So I don't always
Right.
know who you are anymore when you change your name.
Yeah, and
Tad and Vetter.
I'm sure Tad doesn't listen to the show, so he doesn't understand what a bad idea it was changing his name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
jinxed
not-
himself.
That's not going good this season.
Nope. I looked at the picks from last week. All of us picked Tad to win. Every one of us. And Vetter pulled it out on what? Tuesday night? Monday night? Like,
Yeah,
Who fucking knows? Yesterday.
it it was Tad had fuck. Tad
Yeah, what
had
the Buffalo game? Buffalo, San Francisco?
Right, that was the
later?
Monday game. It was the Ravens game where on Tuesday Tad still had the Ravens defense, but it was all already wrapped up by then, unless the Ravens got like 16 points and they ended up getting 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a lot of interest
Josh
in this
Allen.
game.
so Tad falls to Vetter, 98.5 to 88.5, making. Well, we'll get into this in the standings,
Mhm.
but Tad losing to Vetter was a big deal. It
Yeah.
was a big deal. That was a big time win for Vetter, who changed his name back to Boring Old Quarantine and spelled it wrong, and it's just really wonderful.
So, look at who he had in his flex. Gabriel Davis. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Gabriel Davis.
I have not. I thought it was Gus Davis.
And the guy scored 13.5 points for him.
Yeah, Josh Allen touchdown throw. Like, Davis didn't do anything for that entire game, and Josh Allen threw it in the end zone, and somebody caught it, and the announcer was like, Gabriel Davis, and I'm like, what?
An absolute miracle.
Josh Allen balled, though, 38 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a rough middle of the season. Yeah.
He had a month. He had a 4-game stretch where he was like just doo-doo, which I'm hoping that's what Herbert's going through. Let's get through this fucking stretch of caca. And,
you better hope Belichick didn't ruin his spirit.
Should have traded Kareem Hunt.
Take his heart.
I feel like Vetter even in the Discord was throwing in the towel when the Bears defense got him -2, and he still ended up pulling it out.
And then he looks at his bench, and you have Marvin Jones with 21 points, and Mike Gesicki with 18.5.
Yeah,
he's fucked.
Yeah.
I touched him once this season.
Yeah,
I think we all did.
Marvin
I think we all had him on our roster at
one point.
I had Marvin Jones Jr. towards the beginning of the season, and that's the one that kind of hurt, seeing him put up big points this late in the season.
But he's putting it up on the bench.
Well, on Vetter's bench.
And it's only because Galladay was sitting, and he might sit this that's one of those ones that's like whatever.
Well, yeah,
Who
because
knows?
he puts up 21 and then he puts up 5.
Right.
Where's Marvin Jones done? He's done. Yeah, 21. The 2 games before he got 7, and then he got 9. The game before that he had 19.
You want to know why it's like we're 100% certain that Tad does not listen to the show? He still has Saquon Barkley on his roster.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but maybe that he thinks that's his rabbit foot now. Like that's just his good luck charm. If he drops Saquon, like his season's done. He doesn't want to the bad juju from dropping your number 1 pick.
Who knows? Maybe we'll elect to have it be a keeper league this season, and he's just holding on for Saquon.
No, you can't do that.
I'm not holding on. Saquon was no good last season and no good this season. I would not keep him in a keeper league. Be like, go ahead, you have him.
Are we doing keeper league? Get out of here. Are we?
I mean, we could if we all came to an agreement.
Yeah,
well,
Nye's over there with McCaffrey pushing for a keeper league all of a sudden.
Yeah, but that's usually something you
nominate before the season.
Yeah. So when you draft knowing this is a keeper.
Right. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Your mindset's a little different.
I've never kept any of my players that I've drafted for the current season, let alone future season.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Mahomes like, well, yeah, but then that rule that like you lose some leagues on the keepers you lose the round you picked them up in. So if you kept a guy you picked up off of waivers, you don't lose any fucking round.
Oh, fancy.
I'm still interested in fucking around with that vampire league.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
Yeah. I'm surprised that after all the fuss last year about the vampire leagues, they didn't come up with a way for the app to just handle it.
Yeah, see, that'd be cool as if it was appetized.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to talk about this in one of our later shows. One of the things I've been looking into is how customizable the paid league is, and if it's worth probably doing it.
I mean,
how much is a paid league?
It's not much at all. It's not much at all.
Is it 3 figures or 2?
No, it's 2 figures, I think.
Oh, well, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because once you do that, it unlocks like all kinds of shit.
It unlocks a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
all kinds
let's
of
do that.
Shit. And CBS
I don't spend 900 million hours researching fantasy football to not have all the options available over $50. Like,
yeah, let's fucking do this thing.
Yeah, one of the keeper leagues we did, like Vetter's pointing out in the chat, was that you can keep only fourth round or beyond. So the top 3 rounds, you wouldn't be able to keep anybody.
Oh, so they always get recycled back in. Everyone has a chance to
right. Everybody gets those top players.
I want a keeper league where I get to pick one player on Vetter's roster to keep. He spends the whole season just being like, oh shit, Which one of these guys is
Which
Mahoney
one
going
am
to
I
steal
losing
from me?
to?
Yeah. It's like, is he going to take Josh Allen? Is he going to take Kamara? Which one's he going to take? Who knows? We'll find out. All right, well, Brady mouth kissed me over there. Put the beat down on Goat. 120.5 to 78.5.
During my Week 13 bye-week massacre.
Yeah, tell us about this just outrageous performance you've managed to put together, because you should have put up 56 points.
Right, for real. I don't know. With fantasy football, a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is a coin flip. But
yeah, I mean, because we don't do nothing.
Yeah, but I did prepare weeks in advance for this Week 13 bye week where I lost all my Buccaneers and all my Panthers. I had Derek Carr waiting in the wings since the draft. He's been doing okay, but then the Raiders were going up against the Jets, which the fucking Jets, man, thanks for picking this week to show up and losing a squeaker at the very end.
They showed up until the last 10 seconds
Right.
of the game.
But that last 10
they were like, "Fuck, we accidentally got the lead."
That last
That's
10
not how we
seconds
get Trevor
got
Lawrence.
me like an extra 10 points out of Derek Carr because that last touchdown
That
throw.
bomb.
Yeah.
Drake.
If only it was Aguilar.
If you saw that play, the play just before the touchdown, he had a guy wide open. I think it was Aguilar, and he overthrew him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I noticed every time he overthrew Aguilar because I had Aguilar too. I had Aguilar starting, who got 5 points, and then Renfro on my bench, who got 6 points. But, 1 point's not making a difference when Corey Davis pulls in 29.5 points, Derek Carr pulls in 37, and Butker, 17. What a stud.
Wild.
Butt off the ball.
Yeah, the rest of my team was just okay. 11 from Kenyon Drake. Fucking Antonio Gibson going out in the first 3 minutes of the Washington-Pittsburgh game. Good thing I didn't need him. I was already beating Goat by 50 points at that point. But
Tanyan did you well.
Yeah.
I touched him at one point.
Jose called me the tight end whisperer. Just please, tight end, do it for me. I think
some points now.
The big glaring problem on Goat's team this past week was Derrick Henry only getting him 4.5 points.
Well, both
Because
his running backs.
they
Another
fell
running
behind.
back got him three.
Yeah, they fell behind. Tennessee fell behind so quickly that they had to pretty much abandon the run.
Yeah, you couldn't afford. Derrick Henry does well when he's able to pound you over a long period of time.
But then those points Derrick Henry wasn't getting, Corey Davis was getting on my lineup. So that's cool.
I looked at the score and I'm like, these motherfuckers got 35 points, and all Kareem Hunt got was 6. Out of 35 points, you couldn't even get me double digits. Fuck. Go kick an extra point. Do something. I don't know.
I had a rabbit's foot up my ass this week, so hopefully I can ride that luck into the playoffs. We shall see.
We'll see. So, well, all right. Well, I don't want to wait until the standings. I just want to spoil the whole thing. Let's go through the last couple of games, and we'll get to the standings and we can talk about what's really exciting. So, Mary, remember last week when I said I don't want Mary to be in the losers bracket because her team is finally coming to life and she's terrifying?
Right.
So, Mary got the week this week over Matt, 113 to 100.5, and won her way out of the losers bracket. She can't be in the losers bracket, which is good. I don't want her in there. I don't want to face her. I don't want anything to do with it.
Up.
And still has an outside chance of being the wild card if,
I don't think she does because she needs... maybe if you guys tie, you and Tad,
right?
Because you and Tad are playing each other. She needs both you and Tad to lose, and you both can't lose. So if you
She needs a million dominoes to fall.
Yeah. So I said an outside chance.
I suppose.
You just didn't say how far the outside was.
Right.
She was way the fuck outside.
It's less likely than when I needed 24 matches to go exactly the way I needed them to. So yeah, good game. Her little rookie there, Jefferson, got her 22.5. Chubb got her 16.5.
In a keeper league, if we played later rounds, that is a good keeper.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Watson got her 18. Matt was no slouch. Cousins got him almost 30. Robinson put up big numbers. Again,
Yeah,
I
but
never
look at
should have
that
given
bottom
him
of the board.
Robinson.
1, 3, 8. Devontae Parker 5.
Yeah. I want to go back and look at what my record would be if I hadn't made any trades with Matt. I feel like it might have been better. I feel like this season I may have traded myself. Like, my trades with Kelly worked out, and some of my trades with Kelly only happened because of trades with Matt. But then I made a lot of other trades with Matt that I think I probably shouldn't have done.
Kelly said he went into Discord today and he had a message from Matt from October asking why he didn't accept that trade.
I wonder what trade it was.
Yeah, for real.
Who even knows?
Who'd you trade for Robinson? Did you even keep that guy?
No, I don't think I did.
I think
I don't think I did.
Robinson may have been the one guy you should have kept.
Yeah, I think I should have kept him. It might have been the Tampa defense trade. Because
Oh,
at some point I had too many players and I couldn't start them all, and I was like, "Oh, Matt needs a running back. I'll send him this running back. I don't need this many running backs." And then,
the Josh
things
Jacobs
fall apart.
one has went into your favor.
Yeah, that one I don't regret, because Jacobs
Yeah.
I turned into Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson I turned into Aaron Jones. So
Right.
I'm
So that-
totally
that's-
fine with
that-
that one.
That's a gangbuster. That's almost brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
The other one,
borderline genius.
the
But
other
the
ones
other
I
one,
don't
you-
think I should have done.
Robinson, you probably should have kept. And here's what's funny is he ended up getting the Bucks defense back anyways.
Yeah, well, the Bucks defense was a giant piece of trash.
Yeah,
when I
that was
got him,
that was
so-
a 1 week fluke.
Yeah,
Well, that was my sleeper cell.
yeah. That was Jose. Jose was like, "Boy, I really want this
drunk.
steaming pile of garbage," and I was like, "Put it on my plate. I need it." Yeah.
Oh, he ate it
Who's
up.
next?
All right, then we got Mel and Kelly. Kelly, here's the deal. I know Kelly doesn't listen to this show. So if you see Kelly on the street, let him know that he's really got to do something, or he might just find himself in the Kerouac.
Yeah.
He's got to stop playing Graham.
Yeah. He's
And Frank
averaging
Gore.
like 80 points. And he's not going to beat me, Juan, or Mary with 80-something points.
Well, you said
Like,
Mary's out of the losers bracket.
Goat.
Go.
Me, Juan, or Goat.
And the one time he sat Lamar, he puts up 29. He was Lamar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
He had a
But
couple of big
all it
runs in
takes-
that game.
You play Dallas Cowboys, and you're a fucking superstar.
Yeah.
We're talking waivers today, and Kelly's like, I don't even bother with the waivers because I don't even know what day they are anymore.
It's pretty hard. This week, I had no idea when the waivers were going to be. And then I was like, this game doesn't even matter. Like, my game against Juan this week does not matter. And so every so often, I'll go out and I'll look at players and I'll be like, do I want any of these? And I'm like, for what? For what? I don't care if I beat... Like, I care if I beat Juan because it's Juan and I want to beat Juan. But it doesn't matter. So I don't need any waiver picks. I'm going to wait to see if anybody gets injured and pick somebody up then. And then our last match of the week. What the hell happened here, Tito?
Yeah.
116 to 143.
Well,
Tito
look
loses to Juan.
Look at fucking Darren Waller,
Waller.
who had a career goddamn game,
38 points.
200 yards,
Oh,
and
who's
2
that at
touchdowns.
number? Who's that at number 2 on his team? Cole Beasley coming up big.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. God damn.
Fucking Cole Beasley. Fuck
My
that dude.
man.
Beasley!
Having him a race.
I turned that game on because that was what, like the Monday night game or something. I turned that game on. Cole Beasley looks like a Marvel superhero. Like, he looks like Thor.
Yeah.
He's got that long, like, Thor hair. I was like, oh, okay. What's up, Cole Beasley?
Yeah, he's going to end up getting a bunch of endorsement deals and then being everybody's first-round draft pick and then getting injured in week 2.
Yeah. And I got a
Yep.
big fat fucking donut from Edwards Hilaire.
Yeah.
Well,
They were
Does
like,
he
oh,
even
he's
play?
probably gonna play. No, he didn't. They didn't sit him out. They just sat him out. They didn't
Oh.
officially rule him out. They just didn't put him in,
Yeah, I had
which
that
is
happen to me.
fucking worse.
I had that
Yeah.
happen to me with that stupid guy I picked up on waivers.
Like if he's
Booker?
if he's not gonna play, say he's not gonna play, and then I'll pick some. Not that it would have mattered, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But
It was bittersweet because I had Booker in another league, so I'm like, cool. He didn't do nothing against me, but fuck.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That was no fun. Booker was
that
Booker
was
was a
probably the
disappointment for me this week.
That may have been the biggest bust of the week because
Yeah.
Booker against the Jets, you were expecting them to go up and then just pound them with the ball.
Absolutely. And so then I dropped him already. And he's projected for like 11 something points. So Nyes messaged me today and he's like, what are you doing? Like, why did you drop him? I'm like, the guy had the lead running back role against the Jets and scored 5.5 points. And next week he might, maybe, will have the lead running back role against the Colts. And I'm not interested in even waiting to see what happens with that.
This is the first game. This is the first game this season I lost in our division.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, Tito, if it's any consolation, Juan,
You're about to get your second.
if it's any
I'm still
consolation,
gonna go to the playoffs.
Juan at last place.
Cool. I
Yeah.
just need to win. I'm all down. I'm gonna play you back to back. That's gonna happen.
Juan at last place was super cool about beating you this week,
Oh,
Tito.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that was gonna be my intro. I forgot about that. You know what?
Real chill.
If you're in last place, you don't get to dance in the end zone.
he's rubbing it in Tito's face as much as he can, and also rubbing it in Goat and Lee's face as well. It's like I can
why?
do. I can do my own shit talking, Juan. Now, see, I think it was he used. He saw Goat talking in the Discord, and he was like, "Here's my opportunity to somehow rub it in Tito's face. So let me bring up Pop Fantasy Football in the movies category on Discord."
Hey, Juan, I understand you're in a good place, and I'm very, very happy for you. But fuck off.
Yeah. Man, Juan had a good run of about a week and a half of being tolerable there, but same old Juan. Back to full strength, huh?
Too funny. I told him in the Discord he's dancing in the end zone, and I was going to say that this is like being excited in Mario Kart that you passed somebody and you went from 9th to 8th. But he's still in 9th. He's still last. He's still in last place. So this is really just I threw a blue shell and I hit the first place guy with the blue shell.
Right.
Ha 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 ha. Who cares? You're still in last.
Let's talk about that Pittsburgh Steelers situation again, Juan. Let's go back to that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Not talk about your win against Tito.
Explain one more time how you accidentally dropped
in
that defense.
literal garbage
It doesn't
time.
make any sense at all.
Oh my god! All right, well now that we're all wrapped up,
Even the Pittsburgh defense had their worst week this week.
Yeah.
I thought at least I'd get 10 from them.
insult to
All you
injury.
got was the winds of fate.
Tito's quarterback Russell Wilson losing to Tito's team, the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the Giants,
fuck, man.
Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Wow, whoa.
Giants. Sorry.
Careful.
Tito, big time Jets fan.
Careful. Next thing you know, you're gonna say I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah. You love the Yankees and the Knicks, right?
Yeah, fuck off.
No, that was a slip of the tongue. Sorry.
I said I took that one too far.
Well, I
Tito's
apologize.
gone. He hung up.
Yeah.
No, listen. This happens all the time. Being a fan of a team and then having your fantasy team can sometimes be fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
Either you put too much faith in those players in your team sometimes, which it clouds your judgment. It's happened to me a few times. Fucking Jeremy Shockey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Vetter with the Bears defense.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
Shockey. I haven't heard that name in fucking forever.
Yeah, he screwed me a few times. So and then you have these matchups where you want your team to win. I want the Giants to win, but then I have Russell Wilson go. I'd prefer it have been a 41-40 shootout win, and Russell Wilson gets 30 points or something like that. But obviously that didn't happen. And Russell's been shitting the bed. He's going against the Jets. He better wake the fuck up because I need him in the playoffs.
I don't know, man. The Jets are having a real Juan week this past week, so who knows? The Jets might eke out a win.
They better not.
No, they'll throw it in the end just like they did.
You know, so the Jets, right?
No, they
So
fired that guy.
Jets-
That problem's over with.
The Jets almost had that win, right? Tito even messaged us and was like, "Holy shit, the Jets got to win."
Yes.
It was like 1:30 to go in the game. Listen,
Yeah.
there is no fucking way they're supposed to lose that game. And then I see the ball and I see him when he overthrows Aguilar. I was like, how the fuck? Like, they teach you this in Pee Wee football. You do not let anybody get behind you.
Yeah.
So he overthrows Aguilar. I said, holy fuck, they just got away with one. They're going to correct that. Nope. It's the fucking Jets. They fucking zero blitz. Zero blitz, if you don't know, they send everybody. There's no safety helps. That means there's nobody back. Everybody's man-to-man. And then the fucking cornerback falls for a double move. Who gives a fuck if he catches it short? You want him to catch it short. Don't let him get behind you. He falls for a double move, bomb, game over. And it's like, it's the fucking Jets. It's the Jets.
Now, here's the thing, though. Doesn't it seem a little too convenient? Like Tito messages us and he's like, Jets are going to win. Then the Jets lose. And he's like, the Jets lose. They had to cover one play. One play. There's one thing that had to happen for them to win. And they couldn't even stop one thing from happening. And I'm like, yeah, because they were like, holy shit, we actually might win. Quick. Let him score a touchdown. And then the next day, they're like, the defensive coordinator's fired. It's like, are you out of your mind? What are you firing him for? He just he threw that game to keep you at
this week.
It's like they fired the defensive coordinator, but they left everybody else there. No.
Well, because you got a couple more weeks of the season to fire people. This week, they're going to lose on an interception, and they're going to fire the offensive coordinator.
Fuck that.
The next week,
house.
they're going to lose on a safety kickoff dumb shit, and then they're going to fire the special teams coach.
You get rid of everybody. You clean house. You pick 5 guys off the street to run the next few weeks, and in the off season you fix what you have to fix.
Fucking bring in Falco.
I don't want it. I'm not firing anybody. I'm not firing anybody right now. I want it to go exactly as it's going. I'm firing whoever got me a minute 30 left in the game with the lead. Like, you're fired.
But listen, half those guys on that team aren't going to be on that team next year. So they want to win. You're not going to... Yeah, these guys aren't...
They're fired then. Anybody you trying to win me a game is fired. We are going 0-16.
And then Trevor Lawrence is going to go, nope, I'm going back to college.
Yeah. That's fine, because
I'm not going back to that shit. I'm not going into that shit organization.
I'm going to hire every single person from his college. I'm going to make his college the Jets.
Or he pulls an Eli and says, yeah, I'm coming out, but don't draft me because I'm not going to play for you.
We'll see. Wouldn't that be cool? I hope that happens.
All right, well, that wraps up Week 13, so let's go over to Tito with the Week 13 standings.
All right, let's start at the top, right at the Cybertron division, where I'm leading, where I've locked the division in at 9-4. Thank you for losing Jose last week.
Well, that's what I needed to do. I needed you to lock, because then if I can't be stuck with the tie and they still beat me on the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So whether I win or lose, yeah, okay.
All part of the plan.
Whatever you say, Jose. Jose in at second at 7-6. Mahoney in at 5-8. And oh shit, who's that in last place? Juan, 4-9.
But he got that win. He got that win over you, Tito.
Good. I hope he jerked off to it and had a good time with it.
He just won his Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Beating you is the closest Juan has ever come to the playoffs.
No, yeah, because Juan has never made the playoffs.
Why does he kick the Hornet's nest when he knows we have a show every week?
I think if I look back, Juan may have finished 500 or a game above 500 once. All right. Hell's Kitchen. Shark in at 9-4. Wild card contender Mel in at 7-6. Mary at 6-7, who's done a great job of getting out of the basement. Yep. And Kelly in at 5-8, who's done a great job of getting into the basement.
Yeah, he was in first for that first few games of the season.
Undefeated, 4-0.
Damn.
Over at Japan
4-0, which means he's gone 1-8.
Oh no!
Oh my god! See what happens when you trade with Mahoney?
It worked out great for Matt.
You can go back to the tape, and I called it when everyone said Kelly had a fucking great thing. I said, we'll see after these fucking trades. That motherfucker's his record's gonna tank off the goddamn deep end.
And then at Japan shit, a 3-way tie for first with Tad, Nyes, and Vetter all in at 7 and 6.
Yeah,
which is fucking great. And Goat in at 5 and 8 at the bottom. So
and then,
listen, tiebreaker is gonna come into play. I don't know how that's not with so many teams at 7 and 6. I don't know how it doesn't come into play at some point.
I think it's gonna have to.
well, if you look at the season stats right now, if you look at the middle of the pack, we got Tad with 1,412 points 4, and then Jose right behind him with 1,401.
Jose,
with
that 58. That
I
your
would
points
have
last week
rather
were really
lost to Mahoney
fucked.
by 1
Yeah,
and got points
yeah.
than not only lose, but put up dog shit numbers.
Yeah. Mel's got 1385. I've got 1380.5, and Vetter's got 1348.5. So I think it's 52.5 points separating the
Yeah, you just need a
4,
strong
7, and 6
100+ game.
teams. Yeah.
And we've seen it. We've seen wild scores. We've seen 40s. We've seen almost 190.
We've seen 160s.
Yep.
And we've
So
seen
fucking anything
48.
possible, man. Like the Bucks might come back feeling rested. Brady might come back all juiced up.
I'm hoping, man. I mean, because they're on
Taking
a
that
3-game
12
losing
or
streak.
Whatever drink he's made.
The Bucks are on a 3-game losing streak, so they need a win big time to even think about the playoffs at this point.
Mahoney,
Low man on the 7 and 6 totem pole is Vetter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Vetter's 30-something points behind Nyes. So if Nyes beats Tad, and Jose loses to Tito, Nyes is in.
yeah, but
If Nyes beats Tad and Jose
he
beats
takes
Tito,
first place, doesn't?
Yeah. If I beat Tad,
he's in first place.
yeah, just as
Let's
long as
let's not forget Mel there. Mel's right there.
yeah, but just as long as Vetter doesn't score more than me, if I win, I'm in first place
He's
in our
first
division.
place of his division.
That's
He's
right.
in no matter what.
yeah,
So
there you
then
go.
Tad ends up. Then it comes down to points on the wild card.
Yeah. That's why
with Mel and everybody else. Yep.
That's why that Tad Vetter matchup was so interesting to me, because I'd rather be fighting for first place or wild card than just fighting for wild card. So
Yeah.
and then current playoff brackets got Jose in at the wild card.
Wild card, bitches!
But that could change after week 14. We'll see. And he's going up against Tito. Then we got Tad and Shark. And
I need a win and a good amount. I need a good 100+ scoring game
Yeah.
alongside a victory is what I need. And
We'll see.
Tito is in no matter what. So the loss does nothing
Right.
to Tito. It just
Tito-
affects Japan
Hey,
shit.
Jose.
Yeah.
You want to talk on the side here? Maybe I set a few pairs for you.
Okay.
Go do a little Team Brown tag team over here.
Just say you were too busy. Be like, man, I got called into work. I was in the middle of substituting a guy.
I was trying to I was trying to
Oh,
send
yeah.
somebody a message and I accidentally dropped somebody.
Remember when Jose got so mad about alleged collusion that now we have a trade deadline? And here he is. Entertaining.
There was no alleged. We got a trade deadline because you guys were admittingly making dirty
This
moves.
was 2 years ago.
I love
Can we
how-
put this to rest?
I love how
I'm not bringing it back up.
Jose always says you guys.
I know it was all of you.
What do you mean all of us?
Who would have even done it?
Mahoney had nothing.
I know Mahoney knew about it.
No,
and I'm
Mahoney-
pretty sure Mahoney probably okayed it before the trade.
No,
Oh,
Mahoney.
please.
Mahoney had nothing to do with the trade between me and Mary. In fact,
because he didn't make the offer, but that doesn't mean he was aware of it.
Why would I
Mary. No, this is what happened. This is what happened.
Blessing.
Mary had Nyes in a very compromised position with his eyes rolling in the back of his head. And at that point, he would have agreed to anything.
Yeah, that's why he didn't know the names of the players. He just agreed. She went and did it on the app real quick and then came back.
The thing I enjoy is 2 years ago, like 2 seasons ago, I think I finished 7-7. So like, why would I have even cared what was going on in the final weeks of the season back then? Like, I'm not heavily involved in the trades of other people in the last.
That's just how your meddling works. You're just in it. You're in it for the trades.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick look at the current playoff standings, the projected playoff matchups, if you will.
You're wild.
I would be going against Jose in round 3 of the year. Shark would be going against. Who's this? Oh, that's
Tad.
Tad changed his team name. So.
Good old Lucky changing your team name.
And then over at the losers bracket in the Kerouac, it'd be who do we have here? Go against Kelly, and Juan against Mahoney, which would be very fun. This would be your third matchup.
Who just leveled up? Somebody just ate a mushroom and didn't share.
But depending on, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. If all 4 of them are in the Kerouac brackets, then it doesn't really matter how far you move up. But
well, that's what I was going to ask Mahoney. Do you care? Would you rather face somebody else?
Here's my deal. If I had my way, I don't even think it is possible. Because I'm in 11th place, Kelly is in 10th. If I had my choice of which team of those 3 I would like to play, it would be Kelly. So I would like to face Kelly round 1 and then win my way out of having to worry about round 2.
Oh, holy shit, I forgot there was a fucking game on.
Yeah.
It's at halftime right now.
Yeah, because you watched it yesterday in your little
you watched it already.
Well, yeah, because I already saw the game. I assumed everyone else already watched it. I just thought it was regular doubleheader Monday.
Yeah, I was surprised we weren't getting live commentary on the Thursday night game tonight.
Oof.
Wild shit, man.
So I think I need Goat to lose, Kelly to win, and me to win, and then I think I would play Kelly in the first round. I think that's how that would work. Yeah, because we're all 5-8. So if Goat loses to Vetter, and Kelly beats... Who's Kelly playing? Kelly's playing Matt, and I beat Juan. Then I play Kelly in the first round, and Juan plays Goat in the first round. And then I don't need to worry about anybody in the second round if I can beat Kelly. So we'll see. I don't think Kelly's going to beat Matt, and I don't think Vetter's going to beat Goat. So it's not really something I'm going to have to worry about. I fully expect to play Juan in the first round of the Kerouac, and that'll be back-to-back weeks for Juan and I if that happens.
Oh, man.
So.
Well, since we're talking about it,
back-to-backs.
Ooh, how wild would that be if you play? Juan was your rubber match. Tito's my rubber match. We didn't rubber match each other, but our winds of fate bounced off of each other. Rubber matches elsewhere.
I think Jose just likes saying rubber match at this point.
I fucking love it.
All right,
Anytime you use the word rubber.
Since we're already dipping our tootsies in it, let's send it over to Mahoney with the Week 14 preview.
No. All right. Week 14. So Kelly has 4 players already playing. So we were just talking about Kelly, that if Kelly beats Matt, that, that's one step closer to me playing Kelly in the first round of the
Carol. And his defense scored a touchdown.
Yeah, his defense scored a touchdown, and that's got his projections pretty high up there right now.
Yeah.
He's got 25 points already, projected for 109, and Matt's projected for 90. I almost feel like Matt must, does Matt have his team set? What are you doing, Matt?
I bet you he forgot there was a Thursday game, and that he had a guy going.
Yeah, why do you only have a projection of 90?
Well, he's got Robert Woods, who is projected 11.2, and he's only got 2.5 at halftime.
Yeah,
So it's probably going down a little.
I guess.
This is the one. This is the one matchup this week that has no implications on the rest of my season. But I want Kelly to win because Kelly gets so sad when he loses.
Yeah. So
Kelly gets real frustrated.
Matt has Jacobs from the Raiders in at his flex, and Jacobs is projected for 0 points. So that's what's going on. He's down a player. But I don't know who will start in his place because he's got Crowder, who he could start at flex, but Crowder's questionable. He might not even play.
And a Jet.
Got Lazard from Green Bay, but he's not lighting it up. So, yeah, we'll see.
Anyone not named Devontae Adams is a flip of the coin.
Kelly might pull out this week. Well, if Kelly does, then the next match that is interesting to me is Vetter versus Goat. Now, Vetter is projected for 109, 108.8. Goat is projected for 109.9. So, real close. Real close in these projections. Goat's having a really rough second half of the season. He was in first place for most of the first half of the season.
He
found himself all the way down in last.
I believe that Japan shit division has had 3 different first place teams, and if things go the way Nyes wants them to go, it might be 4.
Hell yeah!
First place teams.
How wild would that be?
So I would much rather prefer Goat win, and Nyes have his dreams realized of getting first place in his division. I would much prefer that to my dream of facing Kelly in the first round of the Kerouac. Because if I gotta face Juan in the first round of the Kerouac, I'm gonna be just fine with that. Well, that's not gonna be a problem for me.
I would also prefer Goat to win and Vetter to take the loss, but just as long as I score more points than Vetter this week, he could still win, and I'll still take that first place spot. I still have 30 points to give to Vetter.
Yep. All right, so then we both do it. You beat Tad, Vetter beats Goat, but not by enough to beat you in the tiebreaker. And then I play Kelly first round. We all get what we want.
Deal, homie.
All right. Tito, make it happen.
All right. Done.
All right, let's see. So while we're talking in your division, then we got you guys. Do it, Brady Mouth, kiss me. Against, we're going down swinging. 7-6 to 7-6. First place on the line. Nyes projected at 105. Tad projected at 104. And Nyes, you have lost, 3 players already?
Well,
or
not
one
lost.
for sure and a bunch unquestionable?
Curtis Samuel is currently out because of COVID protocol, but who knows? That could change by Sunday. They seem to be turning those guys around pretty quickly, but also I don't necessarily need Samuel, so that's fine. But today, they definitely ruled out fucking Christian McCaffrey, who I got 3 games out of this season, and in the final week of the regular season, he can't even show up for me and give me... So, you know what? It's adversity. I looked in the face of adversity in week 13. McCaffrey wants to fucking go out with a hurt thigh. That's fine. Antonio Gibson went out last week with the turf toe. He's out for this week, too. Drake, I got a notification, is questionable. Mike Evans is questionable, but it's Thursday.
He's been questionable for the majority of the season, and he's always played. So
he'll probably be questionable for the rest of the year. Because he's questionable because he probably didn't practice the first day of practice. He's taking the day off to rest the foot, so they have to list him as questionable.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is not going to be my final lineup for this week because as it is, I put Gronk on the bench for right now, but more than likely he'll end up in my flex spot at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could flex him.
Yeah,
and flex him and Robert Tonyan.
Also, if something goes
Gronk's
wrong,
flexing no matter what.
If something goes wrong with Mike Evans, I picked up T.Y. Hilton this past week, so who knows?
Who's suddenly remembered how to play football?
Yeah.
He's been doing pretty well.
I mean, I just gotta one week. I think the best thing I've got going for me is Tad is what, on a 4-week losing streak? 3-week losing streak?
Tad's team goes the way Kyler Murray goes.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray's been going down.
I mean,
Yes, I have him in my other league. I know that very well.
He's been in the 20s, but he hasn't been putting up 38 like he was in the early season.
Right.
Shoulder.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think
he was 23, then he was 7, and he was 21. So he fell back to earth, basically. He was, overperforming all these other quarterbacks, and now he's, 23 and 21 is, you can get that off of waivers any week.
I think the real thing that I got going for me is Tad changed his team name to We're Going Down Swinging. Woof.
Yeah.
Already admitted defeat before you even played the game.
I don't know what he's thinking.
He picked up the Jets running back. Good luck with that.
Good old Ty Johnson.
I mean, he tied one off last game.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Like, it's great because if I win, I'm in first place. Just as long as I can outpace Vetter in the points. But if I lose, there's still a chance I can get in on the wild card, just depending on tiebreakers. But who knows?
Yeah.
I would need
You still need to put up points.
Yeah, I would
need points for sure.
I would need everybody else who's gunning for the wild card to also lose. So there's that.
Yep. Which could happen.
Yep.
Could happen. All right, let's talk about who's the next interesting match here. Let's talk about Tito and Jose.
All right.
So Tito and Jose talking about the wild card. Jose's got the wild card right now. But Jose is projected at 105.9. Tito's projected at 114. Tito's projected at 114. Now, Jose prefers to be the lower projection. He prefers to be projected to lose and to come back and win.
Yeah.
That's my game. I like the underdog wild card.
I prefer that too because I would rather be pleasantly surprised that I get more than I was projected for than to not get as much as I was projected for.
Yeah. Yeah, because that just means that, like, on paper, I drafted a great team, but in reality,
I do see Herbert having a
bounce back.
Oh yeah, I think he has like a 25-point or more game.
It's a bounce back hard.
There is just as much likelihood that Belichick broke him.
If the Jets play the same defense they played last week, Metcalf and Russell Wilson will go off.
Which is cool because I will.
Did you see the stiff arm he laid out last week against one of the Giants' corners?
That dude is fucking nasty.
I think it's going to come down to that Monday night game. This will be the game to watch because it'll be Monday night. Tito's got Justin Tucker on Baltimore. Jose's got Dobbins and Hunt. So
that you want to talk about a fucking wild card? You see where he's sitting right now on flex. You know what flex means? That's one step from the bench. That's what that fucking. And the guy I sat him for, Cam Akers, has 11 right now.
Oh,
but also
picking up Akers and Dobbins out of fucking nowhere. That might, if I can make it into the playoffs, so that might be two big pickups. Because if
I went looking for Akers the other day, and I went looking for him the other day and saw you had him and was like, of course he does.
And talk about bounce backs. I mean, we could see Russell Wilson just embarrass the Jets, but if that happens,
but if he embarrasses him to fucking Metcalf,
exactly.
I'm all
or
right.
he can embarrass him to Lockett,
right.
who I also have, and I get double the points.
Right.
No, because Lockett's not playing. His shoes got tied in a knot, and he does not.
Somebody threw his shoes. They threw his shoes over a telephone wire, but he was still wearing them, so he's just hanging up there, and he can't get down.
Mahoney, quick, find a tweet from 2 years ago that says Lockett is benched.
And for the record, I am fine with the trade deadline being lifted as
Are we
long
getting
as
back to
there's
this?
no, just don't make I would trust that everyone would just make legitimate trades. Just no dumping of players if you're not in the playoffs to other teams to help boost their chances who are in the playoffs. That's all I want.
Those types of trades should be vetoed down if they are made. They should be voted out and cast aside.
But not everyone sometimes pays attention enough to even answer yay to the trade before it goes through.
Kelly getting a DM from Shark 2 months later.
Yeah. So maybe we can look in and change the trade deadline to be more of like maybe there's a lower threshold of like vetoes.
Yeah, maybe like we go
change the vote.
Week 12 trade deadline.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows?
I mean, I'm down.
Once we pay out this $6 or whatever to get all the customization.
Yeah, let's see what we can fucking do.
Yeah. All right, who do we have left? Kelly, meanwhile, Kelly's defense is up to 17 points, and he's now opened a 20-point lead in the projections.
Holy shit!
Yeah, his D got 2 sacks in that.
2 sacks right there.
Play in that last possession.
Yeah, Aaron Donald.
Well, next we got Mary and Mel. Which
Mary and Mel.
Game for Mel.
I think fucking Mary rolls it, dude. Like her team's
so.
playing good right now.
Mary's got more players than she can even fit in her lineup. Like. She's projected for 110.5. Mel's projected for 110. But I think when the game's all said and done, that Mary's going to have blown him out.
If only Mary could start 2 kickers, she would be in first place.
Start a kicker and flex.
What the hell would that be?
I'd start a kicker and flex. I love
Just
it.
Fucking wins the belt off of her kicking game.
I'd be all for being able to start a kicker at flex.
I mean,
there's a lot of good kickers out there.
Young Hui might be the number 1 drafted kicker next year.
What's his name? What'd you call him?
Young Hui.
Is it not Young Ho?
No, it's not Young Ho.
I thought we agreed to call him Young Ho.
You can call him that.
Like my favorite member of G.I. Joe.
No. That's the favorite hooker that G.I. Joe goes to.
Right. All right, I think we've got 1 game left to cover. If I forgot anybody, oh well, it's because I don't love you.
No, it is 1 game left to cover.
1 game left. So we talked about how Kelly has opened up a huge lead in the projections thanks to his defense putting up 17 points. Juan over here has his running back going, and that guy's got 0 points, and he's falling like a brick.
I don't think Daryl Henderson has moved in Juan's lineup in 8 weeks, and last week was the first time he actually did something for him.
Listen, they are steadily feeding Cam Akers the ball. That's the only running back that's really touching anything.
14 carries, 109 yards.
Yeah, Henderson has 0 yards.
See, but I
10
sat
minutes
him
left in the third
because they held fucking Eckler to 8. So I was like, well, they're at least gonna hold the run. Nope, there he goes. Oh my god!
God damn it, Jose! You fucking stop watching the game in the future. Look
He's
at this
just fucking.
He just ripped off like a
demolishing.
20 some odd yard run right there.
Akers.
Yeah.
Good. So anyways, Juan told me he was going to beat me this week, but it doesn't look like that is it's not looking good for him so far. Plenty of game to go. He's still got Mahomes, he's still got Carson. He's got my boy Cole Beasley.
Yeah, maybe he meant he was going to give you a dry hand job. That's what he meant by beating.
He might have.
Henderson in.
Please. Get out.
No, I'm serious.
Mute his mic.
Fucking Henderson throws himself a touchdown.
Henderson does a kick, recovers it, and scores.
He got about 2 or 3 yards there.
I don't even think he got
there you go.
2 or 3.
Watch it be -2. Watch him get -2 points for the week.
Oh, I would have been hysterical. He would have fumbled right there.
Yeah.
Look at Akers. 15 rushes, 134 yards.
Wow.
For this game. Good job, Jose.
You got anything more to say about this matchup here, Mahoney?
That is it. I'm coming for you, Juan. And when I beat you this week, I'm going to beat you next week. I'm going to send you right into the Kerouac.
Love it. All right, well, let's finish it up. Let's head to the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Oh, shit. One thing I didn't do was the picks for...
Put them up.
Week 14. So we've got
Put them up.
Mahoney is the favorite. Goat and Vetter split. I am the favorite against Tad. Tito, Jose are split. Mary is the favorite over Mel, and then Kelly and Matt are split. So it's anybody's week. We're gonna have to
Be wild.
In one of these next coming weeks, we're gonna have to tabulate all of our scores, see who did the best picking. Which really, in the end, it's not gonna matter because so many of us pick based on superstition. So, all right, Tito, final thoughts on heading into week 14.
All right, so including the playoffs, we have 3 weeks left to go in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first year doing the show. I'd like for people to kind of, in the Discord or wherever, reaching out to one of us. We want to do a year-end award show. Think of categories.
Yes.
Who deserves either best draft pick, worst draft pick, whatever you guys can think of. Best trade. It would probably go to Mahoney for ripping off Kelly a few times.
No, it's that Mahoney Kelly where they traded their entire rosters to each other.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anything you guys can think of, drop it in the Discord and we'll play with it from there.
And Tito will check it in 2 months.
There you go.
All right, Jose, what do you got?
It's been a wild year. Didn't even know if we'd make it this far. A lot of cancellations, some crazy ass Wednesday games. Last game of the season, it comes down to this. I am very nervous, being the current reigning champ, to not have a chance to defend my belt.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it any other way than at the end of the season. There's so much drama.
Yeah.
Where like the games still matter. You know what I mean? Because it always sucks when you're at the end of the season and there's 3 teams that are way ahead and everybody, and you pretty much know who the next playoff's going to be, and everyone else is stop looking, stop playing. But like a lot of teams still have investment in every game that's happening this week.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Every game.
I just want to see how it shakes out. I mean, Monday Night Football, fucking Seahawks. Let's see if Tito can throw me the winning touchdown I need. How wild would that be?
Man.
How wild would that be? Fucking Tito's up, but the touchdown he throws to fucking Metcalf is enough to put me up by 2.
It's so wild. We started the season where it was lopsided. Like, first place in all the divisions were just whipping ass of everybody else.
Was what, Tito went 7 games before he lost?
Yeah.
Something wild
Yeah.
like that?
And
yeah,
then,
something like that.
And then, we end the season with the entire middle of the pack scratching and clawing for that wild card spot. And whoever gets it will have earned it.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Yeah. It's going to be wild.
I
It's
will.
going to be wild.
Jose's coming over on Sunday. Where we got
Ooh.
for anyone listening, YouTube TV currently has a free trial period. I think it's 3-week free trial, and then when you sign up for that, you can also get a 1-week free trial of the Red Zone. So we have used different emails for the past 2 weeks so that we can watch Red Zone on Sundays, and it is. And it's not the first time I've watched Red Zone, but it is glorious, and I highly suggest it. We're probably going to roll out with this YouTube TV. It's kind of good. I would definitely check it out if I were you, if you do not currently have cable. All right, Mahoney, final thoughts heading into Week 14. Eliminated from the playoffs, but you can still make a difference.
Eliminated from the playoffs, but be worried about that for next year, because all that means is I'm getting a high draft pick. So
What is that? You're going to trade it.
I'm going to trade it, but I can get more value with a high draft pick.
God damn it, Akers.
Look what I did with Josh Jacobs. Think of what I can do with, I don't know, Derrick Henry.
Patrick
So
Mahomes.
if Juan gets the number 1 overall pick, do we just give him Mahomes right now?
I think so.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
mean, yeah.
maybe he's soured on Mahomes because Mahomes has not been putting up the numbers this year like he did last year.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, if I was Juan, I would sit him.
Yeah, and he's in last fucking place, so Mahomes did him no favors.
Yeah, seriously. It's almost like drafting a quarterback with the 6th overall pick is a bad idea. Move. Yeah, it's weird. It's
like that didn't work out for him.
However,
you take a quarterback that early, you're playing catch up the rest of the draft, and sometimes your team doesn't flesh out as good.
I am going to put this out there right now. If Juan does not have the first draft pick going into next season, I will put down a $10 bounty for whoever drafts Mahomes before Juan. Mark my words. Send me your PayPal, send me your Zelle, your Venmo, whatever you got. Cash App, $10 if you can get Mahomes before Juan. All right. That being said, I need a name.
You need a name. So you told me this week how Mary doesn't listen to this show, which, ouch.
Yes.
But that's fine.
She doesn't listen to the show, so she finds out what my team name is by looking at the app on Sunday.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. For this week, last week of the season, important week. You're going up against We're Going Down Swinging. I'm thinking your team name is Mary Mary. Mary Mary Mary.
Commas in between all of those?
Oh no, just 2 Marys, 3 Marys, and abbreviation is, of course, Mary.
Mary.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And I think she's really going to enjoy that on Sunday.
She will. It will tickle her if she's not watching right now, which I doubt she is. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Great show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Join us again next week for Pop Fantasy Football. Download the Pop Fantasy Football and the Panels on Pages podcast on your favorite podcast app. Be sure to leave us a review, and be sure to smash that like button, fam, and subscribe to Panels on Pages on YouTube at youtube.com/panelsonpages. There are a handful of you in the chat right now. Make sure to hit that like button. We know you're watching. We know you're listening, and every little bit helps. Be sure to watch Pop Fantasy Football live every week and chat with us in real time, just like Mel, Vetter, and Tito did this week.
Yeah, I'm in the chat this week.
Be sure to listen to the Panels on Pages podcast live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you like this show, you'll love that one. It's not about football, but it's the same kind of bullshit. It's a good time. Check out Mahoney's top 6 TikToks of the week every week. Widely regarded this past week as your greatest talk segment of all time.
You know, it's funny. I didn't think so at all, but everyone else was like, this is some of the best talks you've had.
I think what it was is your talks were funny, they had punchlines, they were relatable to members of the population, and they were inoffensive. It's those it's those offensive ones, those bad videos that really sour the people. But personally, I love
very
those.
Quickly, breaking news.
Okay.
Mary's listening to the show.
She is soaking in the tub listening to us right now.
Fantastic.
Which is ironic because I also am soaking in the tub.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then we got 10 years of groundbreaking Panels on Pages video content on the Pop YouTube. No one does it better. Be sure to check out the new PanelsOnPages.com. We got merch at merch.panelsonpages.com, including Pop Fantasy Football merch. And join the Pop Discord at discord.panelsonpages.com. Get involved in the discussion in the Pop Fantasy Football channel. Even if you're not in the league, come in there and talk shit to Juan because he deserves it. So, that being said, as always, we will leave you with a quote from the great Vince Lombardi. Obstacles are what you see when you take your eyes off of the goal. So, that being said, for Tito Cruz, Dan Mahoney, Jose Guzman, and myself, Jason Nyes, thanks for joining us for the Pop Fantasy Football Week 13 recap. Good luck to everyone competing in this league and beyond, and we'll see you next week.
whole thing's fucked.